Who don't like going to the farm supply store? I know I love it. It's that time of year, y'all. He's got a little bit of everything. This is just outside. Give me some more gloves for trapping. How you doing?
Good, how are you? Alright, then the 2x4 will be a $99.50. It's a 16 feet long, a 5 feet tall.
Do you have anything else? No, I didn't.
And then of course we have the hall, but those, it's like 34 inches tall. It would be, those squares would be more like, say, maybe about like this.
Yeah.
And then they get bigger.
Yeah. You have caught them times at that dog.
And then we have the cattle, which they would be like 50 inches tall, and then they go like.
They got it now. Starts to get a little hectic around here, so Saturday was, you know, wide open with food plot seed and everything. Yeah, everybody was kind of counting on the rain this week in the forecast.
I think we all were kind of banking on the rain, but we try to organize everything nice and neat. We start, you know, kind of top sellers here. We've got your Durana clover there, crimson clover. This clover right here is the new Q1 red. It's a perennial red clover, a true perennial red clover that's 2,4-D amine tolerant. So what that means going into the spring, whenever you get ready to terminate everything, you can terminate with clethodim and 2,4-D amine, which is, you know, previously we never really had that option. You could do Butarac, you could spray 2,4-D-B on most all of your clovers to get rid of a lot of the broadleaf competition. But this new clover, people are excited about it. It should be really, really good for guys that are going to want to maintain it. We've got WMS product here, your Deer Magnet, Mississippi Mix, SEC Mix. Those are knockout. You know, the guys at WMS do a phenomenal job out of Utah, Alabama. Kind of give us a little break here because Saturday was chaotic, but this is our Southern Seed.
You can tell it got hit pretty hard.
We got hit pretty good Saturday, but our bottom warehouse is where we kind of overstock everything. So we'll be getting all that kind of cleaned up and ready to go. Horse feeds, chicken feeds, and all that over here. That's kind of normal business. Top selling deer feeds on the end there, and then running down through here we run our backwoods product in order. So what people kind of come to know is the sheet, you know, our price sheet that people want to look for. In the warehouse we try to organize everything in order based off of that sheet.
Gotcha.
So that way when the customer comes in, they look down the sheet in order. When they come back here, my guys in the warehouse, we try to make it, you know, as smooth and efficient as possible so everybody can come in, get out. But all your backwoods product runs down through here. And then we've got planting grade wheat. We've got your rye, not ryegrass, cereal rye, black Cosaic forage oats, just a 3-way from Lance Company, and then your butt forage oats. All of which kind of runs down through. Try to make it as efficient as possible so whenever people come in, especially on Saturdays, you know, it gets a little chaotic.
So you got more seed gonna be coming in and everything?
Yes,
or
and like our bottom warehouse down here, we overstock everything down here. But yeah, we'll have more coming. As we trickle, you know, deeper into October, we'll start trying to get rid of some SKUs and you know,
but you really hadn't been just slammed yet, other than this past Saturday.
This past Saturday was pretty busy, but everybody's been holding off, you know, with the weather like it's been. You know, it's just been
dry.
It's so dry.
It's crazy to think we went through the spring and all the way up to about the second week of July with just rain. Because I know y'all got fields down here that didn't get planted, you know, farm ag fields that didn't get planted.
And a lot of guys had to replant.
And then here we are, it's dry as a powder keg right now. It's crazy. And people, I know people got some stuff up in places early, and then they had to deal with army worms. And I've always been a big proponent of just kind of waiting. I'd love to get it up early, you know, but
it's risky, man.
Yeah, and I talked to Mitt the other day. He said, "Man, I got some beautiful food plots." I said, "Yeah, but you're a spray guy, you know, whatever." So I said, "You're out there looking at it every day, you know." He immediately sees army worms. He just sprays them, you know, and it's game over for him.
Weekend warrior, though. I mean, like most of us, you know, we have the weekend to do it, and then we're not able to go back out there and check on it.
Right.
And a lot of guys come here from either, you know, South Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama. They come, they plant, they might get lucky and get a little rain, but then they don't get to come back for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And when they come back, you know, especially, you know, if you get lucky in early September and you plant and it goes well, well, then you come back and the worms have killed it.
Yeah, because I mean, in a matter of just a day or two, they can annihilate a field. So let me explain. We're down here with Ryan Bostic. He owns Noxubee Farm Supply down here. So like I said, when I pulled up in the parking lot, it's that time of year. It's my favorite time of year. Spring and fall, my favorite time of the year. Fall is it for me, getting ready and all that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm down here going to buy my seed today. I come down here and told him some of the other guys, they were getting some love from some of the other social media, so I didn't want Ryan to get left out.
Yeah, little pat on the back. Yeah, show us a little love here.
That's right.
We appreciate you coming.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
So you got everything stocked. You got plenty of fertilizer?
Yes, we got. That's a truckload of triple 13 there. And then some of your specialty fertilizers. We carry a little triple 19. If you don't want to apply too much, we've got your fast acting lime, which is really good this time of the year for guys that, you know, you need the lime, but you're a little bit late. So, you know, going with a pelletized lime that's going to take longer to activate the soil. The fast acting lime is going to be a little quicker. The application rate, you only need about 9 bags per acre, whereas, you know, your general dolomite lime, you would need, you know, 2 tons generally per acre. So we've got your lime, fertilizer, pretty much all your food plot seeds. And like I was saying earlier, you know, as we get deeper into October, some of these seeds will leave and not be replaced. But right now we're still pretty much loaded up on seed, and still going to continue to bring in some more seed. We've got, I mean, you hear of all these fancy specialty clovers. In a lot of places that's hard to access. Your frosty bursine, your fixation balance of the Q1 red that we talked about. We've got a really nice new Persian clover, the Marco Polo clover. The list of clovers, you know, it seems like it just continues to grow as some of this becomes, you know, we're getting a lot of hybrid clovers now. So we're trying to stock that. I want us to be a place where you can come and get that, because a lot of times, you know, it's hard to access that.
Well, you've done a phenomenal job, like on that, you know, it's typical to have, you know, your wheat, your ryegrass, that normal stuff, and then some of your mixes and everything. Well, we've got all this other stuff out there now, the Balanzas and all that stuff like that you just named. And you've done a fantastic job reaching out to these suppliers, bringing that stuff in here to give options for that. And I mean, you're just right here in Macon, Mississippi. It's from my house to here, it's 25-minute drive from Columbus. You know, you're right here by Starkville, and I know you're catching people from all over around, because I have a lot of different friends and everything, and even over Trey Montgomery was over here the other day buying, and I think he was planting like this year like 14,000 pounds of seed or something like that. Of course, he mass plants people's food plots. I mean, that's a lot of
seed.
Yeah, he's running 2 drills, you know, and here you are, you got all this stuff. You got the deer cameras, you got camouflage in there, you got a little bit of everything in there.
Trying to have a little diversity here. You know, there's not, I mean, the pocket that we live in and the pocket that we're, you know, in business at, there's just not a whole lot, you know, within reach of
Sure.
So we just want to be able to have, you know, and maybe it just gets you by. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
right.
some of the stuff that we have, it might not be exactly what you want, but we're trying to have something to get you where you need to be
Right.
from a hunting perspective. you know.
Right.
So we're daily, and we do this, you know,
Yeah.
and I hope that you know, that maybe that sets us apart from some of these other guys.
Well, you're a hunter.
Right.
Yeah.
We hunt.
You
we
you
fish,
manage
we do-
land. I mean, you manage land and everything. You're
We're trying to grow bigger deer,
Yeah.
you know, trying to create better turkey populations,
Oh, yeah.
etc. So we're constantly working on this ourselves, and I pretty much everything in this building, I feed it or I plant it or
Yeah,
I try
I
it,
know.
you know, and so I'm playing with these things every year, year in, year out. People ask me all the time, man, what's the best food plot scene? That's a
Yeah.
loaded question.
Oh yeah.
You know, what kind of dirt are we talking about? How
Or
are
somebody
you gonna
come in.
plant?
What you gonna plant this
Yeah,
year?
what am I gonna
Yeah,
plant
what are
this
you
year?
gonna plant this
Plant a
year?
little bit of all of it.
That's
you know?
right,
I mean,
yeah.
some places we're just going to, you know,
Yeah.
roll with straight wheat and topsoil some clover in it. Some places we're going to doll them up a little bit. So it's different with, you know, so many different circumstances involved with a food plot, and you know what their soil conditions are, how they're going to plant it. You know, what do you want to get out of it?
Yeah, I mean,
I
if
tell
you-
people all the time, don't. We look at these high dollar food plot mixes, you know, the $30+ a bag food plot mixes. There's generally a reason for that, because they have some really nice clovers, they've got your chicories, they've got your brassicas, all that. But I'm not going to spend the money on all these fancy clovers if I'm not going to maintain it in the spring.
Right.
You know, because then in the springtime, that's when these clovers, a lot of them are really intended for
Right.
shine. You know, so don't spend your money on it if you're not going to, you know, try to maintain it. Just go with a good annual clover, put it out there, and let it go, and they eat what they eat. You know?
There's a lot of variables there. You know, the people who are really into it, they're getting soil tests, things like that. They know what their dirt is, what thrives in that dirt, you know, and that's kind of one of the things that Mitch really, you know, really good at. And I enjoy listening to him talk and everything. But
a wealth of knowledge.
I'm telling you, but I appreciate you letting me go through you the warehouse and everything. So I'm fixing to pick up me some stuff and head back to Columbus,
Sounds
man.
good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for coming by, man. Appreciate it.